Hi everyone, RANA SIR is here. How are you dears? Okay dears, welcome to our RANA SIR educational channel. Today I will talk on a topic whose name is circle. So on this topic I will explain it in detail. So you concentrate on this topic from starting to end for developing good knowledge on this topic. Okay, student, some suggestion points I am going to explain and you follow those suggestion points properly and positively. Now, first of all, you have to sit at your location properly, and then you have to also take one notebook and pen. Now additional information I am also going to tell you if you like, if you feel this video very good, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic. Now simultaneously I am also going to tell you you subscribe this educational channel, that is channel name is RANA SIR UP KUSHINAGAR. Now this video I am going to explain positively and you concentrate on this video from starting to end. Now I am explaining, this is the class 10th mathematics which is in English medium, and also it is based on NCERT pattern, that board is CBSE board. Now this is the chapter number 8. Now from the chapter number 1 to 7 already I had explained its concept, those concepts, and also I have solved numericals on those topics. Now this is the chapter number 8 and whose name is circles. Okay. Now concept of circle I will explain after explaining. Sorry. I will also solve its numerical value. So first of all I will know the concept of a circle, and also this circle chapter is also available in the class 11 mathematics, and those concepts I will also explain here, so you properly, that is positively, and you have to sit at your location for understanding each and every information in detail. Now you have to also note down what I am speaking and which are you are understanding. Good information you have to write, and all information if I write on the blackboard, those information you need to write for further revision, that will enhance your future. Okay. Now here I am going to write the definition of circle. Definition of a circle. What is the definition of a circle? I am going to explain here, and its geometrical meaning I will explain here in detail. Okay, because coordinate geometry is main, that is pure mathematics, because if you will understand coordinate geometry, so other topic of the mathematics you will learn very easily, because these concepts are involved everywhere. Okay students, so I am going to explain what is the definition of circle. Now circle is collection of all points in a xy plane such that we have to take collection of all points in the xy plane, and then I will consider a fixed point. That fixed point I will say the center of the circle, and all the points which are connected from center of the circle to those points I will say the radius of that circle. So I am going to explain definition of circle in that way, and also I will explain its geometrical meaning. So definition of circle: collection of all points, circle. Here I will write a circle is a collection of all points in a xy plane, xy plane, which are, here I will explain which are, which is at a distance, which is at a constant distance या fixed distance, constant distance from a fixed point, the constant distance is called radius of a circle. The constant distance is called the radius of a circle, and here I write, and the fixed point is called the center of a circle. Here this meaning I will explain in detail. Now here this is written here, definition of a circle. A circle is a collection of all points in xy plane. I am taking xy plane, it means that this is 2D. xy plane is called 2D. It means that D means 2 means that is number 2, but D is dimension, 2 dimensional. This is the 2 dimension, means if 2D I will take, so I will get a plane. For example, I will say this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So here I am getting one plane. This is the plane. This is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So I will say this is the xy plane. Yeah, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. I will say this is the xy plane. Okay. In this plane, I have taken collection of all points in a plane. Which is I take constant distance. Means from a constant distance I have taken all points in a plane from a fixed point. Now point which I am going to fix here, from fixed point. So here I am saying that constant distance, I say that is the radius of the circle, and the fixed point, here I am writing a fixed point, that is called center of a circle. In other words, I am going to explain it geometrically. Suppose this is the xy plane, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, and this I will say this blackboard is the xy plane. Now I am going to take collection of all points. This is the collection of all points I am taking. Here. So this collection of all points I am taking, and I am taking a fixed point. I am taking here a fixed point and collection of all points in a xy plane. From a fixed point, I am considering a fixed distance, that is a distance. So this is a distance, and this distance is also constant. Constant means there is no change in the length. Means that length is fixed. Now this length I am considering, Suppose that 5 centimeter, so this length will also be 5 centimeter. This length also be 5 centimeter. So this length also be 5 centimeter. It means that I am taking collection of all point in xy plane. So this plane I am saying the xy plane. This is the x-axis and this is y-axis. So these two lines will make a plane, and that plane I will say that is the xy plane. So we have to consider a point such that all point will lie from a fixed distance, and that fixed point is also called center of the circle, and the fixed distance I will say that is the radius of the circle. So all dotted point I will make. If all dotted point I will draw, after drawing I will give a figure, and that figure I will say that is the circle. So that figure I will consider here circle. Now we have to get, if any equation of circle will be given, from that equation of circle we have to find out the radius of the circle and also the center of the circle. So all these points I am going to summarize to make a general equation of the circle. Okay, student. So if you are knowing very well, so you write on your notebook this information, because if I will ask, or anyone will ask in any exam you will going to give, so in that exam if asking what is the definition of circle, so you have to say circle is a collection of all points in xy plane such that we are which are a constant distance from a fixed point. So fixed point is called center of the circle, and constant distance is also called the radius of the circle. So this is the geometrical meaning. In the xy plane you have to take the set of all points from a fixed point, and you have to take a point and on the circumference of the circle, and you have to also meet with a fixed point. So that length is called radius of the circle, and these all which length will be same. Okay, student. So this is the required concept of the circle. Now I am going to also explain what will be the general equation of the circle in this form. Okay, student. So first of all you have to write this information, and after writing this information, after knowing this information, and then you have to also write the general equation of the circle. Now general equation of the circle I will explain, and then after explaining general equation of the circle I will explain also the concept of the standard equation of the circle. And in both cases I will explain what will be the radius of the circle and what will be the center of the circle in both equation. Okay, student. Now general equation of the circle is also available in the class 11th mathematics, and those concepts I will explain here. Okay, student. That is very easy. Okay. So only you have to concentrate here for understanding all concept of the circle. Okay. Now first of all I will explain its meaning, and then its important term I will also explain here. So you concentrate on this topic. Now further I am going to erase this definition, and after erasing this definition I will write general equation of the circle and also general equation of the coordinate geometry. I will write a general equation of the coordinate geometry, and that general equation will give all the concept of the coordinate geometry, like point, straight line, pair of straight line, circle. Here I am reading about circle. Then parabola, hyperbola, ellipse, and also rectangular hyperbola. These are the topics which are available in the coordinate geometry, that is in 2D. Here I am talking about only 2D. 2D means two-dimensional geometry. Here I am explaining about 2D, that is two-dimensional geometry. Okay, three-dimensional geometry is also available, but here we have to explain about 2D. So I will explain here in detail 2D. Okay. Now further I am going to erase this one, and after erasing this one I will write general equation of the circle. Okay. If you have any doubts, so you write your information in comment, and positively I will see the comment, and then positively I will give the answer of your comment. Okay, student. Now here I am going to write the general equation of the circle. First of all I will explain equation in two variables x and y. First here I am going to write general equation of a circle. General equation of a circle. General equation of a circle we have to explain. First of all, I am going to write general equation of coordinate geometry in two variables x and y. Now here I am going to write ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus 3 which is equal to 0. This is the general equation of coordinate geometry in two variable x and y. So from this equation I can explain about the concept of point, straight line, pair of straight line, circle, parabola, ellipse and hyperbola, and also rectangular hyperbola. So all information which I have explained, so those information I can explain with the help of this general equation in two variables. This is the general equation in two variables x and y. So if I will substitute here, if I will substitute the value of a comma b comma c comma h comma g comma f is equal to 0. If I will find its value 0, so I will get c is equal to 0. So that will explain about the point. But if I will put the value of a is equal to b is equal to h is equal to 0, so I will get one form that will be 2gx plus 2fy plus c which is equal to 0. So I will say this is available in the form of straight line because ax plus by plus c which is equal to 0. So that information, that equation is giving the concept of straight line. Each straight line can be drawn with the help of this general equation. Now here in the place of 2gx I will put here a, in the place of 2vf I will put here b into y plus c which is equal to small b I will put factor c which is equal to general equation of straight line. Two straight lines, so that will be pair of straight line that will be like this. So here I will get angle. That angle I can calculate tan theta which is equal to 2 times root under I will put here h square minus ab. H square minus ab here there is no space. I am going to write it another place. So here I will put tan theta which is equal to 2 times square root. I will put h square minus ab divided by a plus b. So this is the formula for calculating this angle, and this angle will be pi minus theta. This angle will be pi minus theta because on a line I know there will be only 3 degrees. So this angle is theta. So this angle will be, so this angle will be 90. This angle will be pi minus theta. So I will say this angle will be pi minus theta. So I will consider with the help of this formula. So this is the information when there will be pair of straight line and pair of straight line in two variables. Already I have explained, but this information is available in the class 11th mathematics. Okay, so this is the information which are available in class 11 mathematics for finding the angle between two pair of straight line. Okay, so I am going to edit this one. Now further I will explain the concept of general equation of straight line, general equation of circle. When I will put here the value of a which is equal to b, and that will be equal to 1. Now in this and the value of x which is equal to 0. If I will put these conditions in the equation number 1, I will say this is the equation number 1. When I will put here, so I will substitute this value in the equation number 1, then I will find. So here I will say 1x square, and this term will be 0 because 2 into 0 x is equal to 0 into x y plus value of b is 1 into y square. Here I will write 2gx plus 2fy plus c which is equal to 0. When after simplify, I can write here x square plus 2y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c which is equal to 0. This is the general equation of circle. This is the general equation of circle. We have to find these types of equations are available in the class 11 mathematics. When you will read their coordinate geometry, so you will find any equation that will be available in this part. So in the question you have to find the radius of the circle, and also you have to get to the center of the circle and also radius of the circle. So now I am going to explain here in detail about how we will get, if any, equation which is given in this form. So how we will get the radius of the circle and also center of the circle, and I will also write general equation of circle in another form also. Okay student, now further I am going to erase above that part. After erasing above that part, I will write this center and radius of the circle. Now here this equation I am going to write here y square x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. From this equation I have to find center and radius of the circle. Now here I write center of the circle as center of the circle simply as minus center of the circle. I will say here minus b comma minus f, but its radius will be as r is equal to, I will write one formula that will be g square plus f square minus c square. This information I have to write for getting center of the circle and also radius of the circle. This is the required information, and you have to notate it. You have to notate it, and you have to explain it. Okay, because you get any equation which is given in this form, so you have to arrange this equation, and after arranging you have to find the value of g, and also you have to find the value of r. Now I am going to arrange this equation in another form. If I will arrange it, it will become in this way. That is, here I will write minus c x square plus y plus minus f, and then I will put here square, and then here I will put like g square plus f square minus c. So these informations I will write here. Now when I will arrange this equation, this is also equation of circle, because the coefficient of x square is 1 and the coefficient of y square is also 1, and the coefficient of x y is 0. So that term I have eliminated from here. So this is the general equation of the circle, and its center will be minus c minus f, and its radius will be r is equal to g square plus a square minus c. Okay, now when I will arrange this equation in this form, so its center will be like this, and I am going to also arrange in this equation in this form x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square, and here I will put r square. When I will compare, so its center will be h comma k, and its radius will be r. So indirectly I am going to write center will be h comma k and radius will be r. Center will be h comma k and radius will be r. And if equation will be given in this part, so we have to write center will be like this and radius will be like this. So you have to remember these informations in detail. Okay, student, if general equation of the circle will be given, so you have to find two information. First information is the center of the circle, and second information will be the radius of the circle, because the definition of circle is such that is a collection of all points in the xy plane, which is which are which is at a distance, which is at a distance from fixed point. See in the here I am showing this is the center, this is the center, this is the fixed point. From fixed point it is a constant distance. This constant distance I have written here the radius, and its center I have written here minus d minus x squared. If equation is available in general form, and that equation is also available in this form, so I will say its center will be s comma k and its radius will be r. Okay, student. Now I am going to also say particular equation of circle. When I will substitute here h and k, the value of h and k is 0. It means center of the circle will be sorry 0 and radius will be r. That will be the standard equation of the circle. Okay, so now further I am going to erase above that, and then I will write the standard equation of the circle in the xy plane. Here I have to write the standard equation of the circle. The standard equation of a circle. So here I am going to write the standard equation of the general equation of a circle. I have written here x minus h whole square plus y minus 3 whole square, which is equal to r square. Here the value of h I am substituting 0, and the value of k I am substituting 0. After substituting, I will say x square plus y square, which is equal to r square. Its radius will be r. Here radius will be r. This is the standard equation of the circle. This is the standard equation of the circle. So this theoretical meaning I have explained here. Okay. If you may have any confusion, to write your information in comment section, and positively I will see and I will give the answer of your comment positively. And if you are understanding this video, so you like this video, and also you share this video with your colleagues, friends, students, so that they can also update their knowledge on these topics simultaneously. Subscribe this educational channel. That is channel name is RANA SIR UP KUSHINAGAR. Okay, so you subscribe this channel more and more. Now here I am going to explain some important points which are available in the circle. Okay, student. So these informations you write properly for the revision for solving the question. Okay, this coordinate unity is very important, and it will come in everywhere. Now here I am going to explain some next topic, that is some important point in circle. Some important points in a circle. Some important point in a circle. So some important point I am going to discuss. Suppose that here this is a circle. So we have to explain concept of segment. Yeah, first of all I will explain about car. Now here I am taking 2 points on the periphery of the circle, and this line I will say this will be the car. This line will be called ORA. So I will write this What is the chord of a circle? Here I will chord of a circle. Chord of a circle. I will write chord of a circle. Here I will say this is the line segment. A line segment joining any two points on the circumference of a circle is called chord. This is the line segment because line segment has two end points. This is the one end point and this is the second end point. This line segment joining any two points on the periphery of the circle, the circumference of the circle. So these 2 points lie on the periphery of the circle, the circumference of the circle. Therefore, this line I will say chord. This line I will say chord. So I will write this in definition. A line segment joining any 2 points. One point is here, another point. Any 2 points on the circumference of a circle. On a circumference of a circle is known as a chord. A chord of a circle. So this is the definition of chord. Here I have made a circle. After making a circle, I have taken any 2 points, and these 2 points I am joining. So I am getting a line segment because line segment has 2 end points. One point is A and another point is B. So if any line segment which is joining any 2 points on the circumference of a circle, that line is called chord. So chord of a circle is very easy. That is a line segment, and that line segment join any 2 points on the line. Any 2 points on the circumference of a circle. Any 2 points on the circumference of a circle. That line is called chord. Now I will also say the diameter of a circle. Here I write this is the center of a circle, and this center is fixed. And from this fixed point, I will take all the points which are available on the periphery of the circle. That I will say that is the when I will join any point from the fixed point, so that length I will say that is the radius of the circle. Okay. Now I am going to explain diameter of a circle. The diameter of a circle is the longest chord. This chord will pass through the center of the circle, so that chord will become a diameter of a circle. If this chord will pass through the center of the circle, so that chord I will say that is the diameter of a circle. So here I will explain also the concept of diameter of a circle. The longest chord, longest chord is called diameter of a circle. Diameter of a circle. So longest chord will be this one. So any chord which is passing through center of a circle, that chord I will say diameter. So here I am going to write diameter. So what is the chord? So I have explained this here. And what is the diameter of a circle? That is also here because this is also called the chord. This is also chord, but this chord, the difference between this chord is as the longest distance of the chord of a circle is called diameter of a circle. It means that every line which is passing through center of a circle, so that line I will say the diameter of the curve. So one point is here available. Suppose that P and here is available Q. So I will say diameter each length PQ. So I will say this is the diameter. Diameter is PQ. So that diameter is equal here PQ. And this is the curve. This length is AB. And that chord is also written here. This is the curve AB. AB is the curve. Here AB is the curve, but here PQ is the segment. And that segment is the longest in length. So here I will also say, but this is the smallest segment of smallest segment. So that smallest segment in the circle I will say curve, but this is the longest segment, and that longest segment is passing through the center of the circle. So that length I will say diameter, and that diameter can be written as PQ, and here I am putting as a segment. Okay, so diameter here also here. Now if any point here I am considering, and that point is the circumference of the circle, and from the fixed point I will join. So this length I will say radius, radius, radius of a circle. So this length is this point I am going to say C, and this point is I am going to say S. So radius of the circle will be as S. So this radius will be CS. Okay. So this is the required concept, and this required concept each and every student has to know very well, because if student will know all these information, so each and every student can solve numerical very easily. Because if these information if student will know, so any question will be asked, so all questions they can understand very easily. Okay, student. Now further I am going to erase this one, and after erasing this one, then I will also explain next important point which is also available in circle. That is the here next topic I have to explain about semicircle. Okay, student. Now further I am going to erase this one, and after erasing this one, I will explain about the concept of semicircle. What is the concept of semicircle, and that concept I will explain here. Next information I am going to explain about semicircle. What is the definition of semicircle? Now semicircle is very easy, and this semicircle I will explain in detail. A diameter which divides a diameter of a circle which divides it into two parts. So each of these is called semicircle. Suppose that here I am going to write the definition, and then after writing definition I will explain this concept. Diameter of a circle. Diameter of a circle which divides it into two equal parts are parts. These equal parts are here I will write this. These two equal parts are arcs. These two equal parts are arcs is known as semicircle. 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 In the figure you see, PQ is a diameter, and this diameter is dividing this circle into equal parts. So PSQ, this is one arc, and PABQ, this is another arc. So PABQ and PSQ both are equal in R. R, in other words, we consider R their parts. So this part and also this part both are same. That is, both are same. So I will say that is called semicircle. One here I am putting here semicircle like this. T Q here, yes, I will say this is the one semicircle, and other semicircle I am going to write here. Because here there is no space, so I will define here it. So this diameter is P and Q, and here I have taken one segment. I have taken here one car. Here I have taken one car. So its name is A and B. So this is one semicircle. This is one semicircle. Here I have taken, and this is another semicircle. So both semicircles are equal. Now its definition is written here, the diameter of a circle. Now this is the diameter of a circle, which divides, it is divided into two equal parts. It is divided into two equal parts here into R. These two equal parts here are known as semicircle. So this is also semicircle, and this is also semicircle. So this is the required concept of semicircle. If you are knowing very well, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can also improve their knowledge on this topic. Okay. Now, additional information I am also going to say to subscribe this educational channel, and okay, for getting more knowledge from this point I will explain also it more and more. Okay. Now further I am going to erase this topic, and after erasing this topic I will also explain about the segment. Semi-segment, what is the region of semi-segment? Also I will explain what is the major segment and what is the region of major segment. I will also explain, and after explaining this term and next topic I will also explain about the sector of the circle. Yes, sector of the circle. So there will be two types of sector. One will be minor sector and another will be major sector. All the information I will explain here in detail, because in the portion say you calculate the length of the minor sector, and also you calculate the length of area of the major sector, and also area of the minor sector, and also you have to get the area of the minor sector and also major sector. So all information I will explain in detail. Okay, students. Now if they are want to read about the concept of math for class 12, so you go in my channel, and from there you see playlist, and there I have organized all materials of math class for the class 12. So you can read there easily, like calculus, algebra, trigonometry, 3D geometry also available there. Each and every concept you will find there in detail. And now if students those are need to learn about the concept of the class 12 physics, so I have also made the video and uploaded, and I have also arranged in the playlist section, and you go in playlist section and you see class 12 physics, and you can read each and every chapter in detail, and that is also available in the video. Okay, so each and every student can easily understand. This is the free cost online teaching, and you take the advantage of it in detail. And if students who want to read about the mathematics class 10 mathematics, so you can also available on this time slot. Time slot is 10 past to 7. p.m. up to 8 p.m. or 15 minutes past to 8 p.m. 15 minutes past to 8 p.m. You follow this time slot for getting the free online coaching classes. Advantage of free online coaching classes. You take it in detail. Okay, student. So here each and every data I have organized in good way, so you can learn easily. Okay, student. Now, if a student want to read this topic in Hindi medium, so you go in my video section. You go in YouTube and you search RANA SIR UP KUSHINAGAR, that is the ID, and from there you go in video section. From there you will learn each and every information which are available in Hindi medium, that is real number, and also pair of linear equation in two variables, polynomials, quadratic equations, and arithmetic progressions, and also about the triangle, and these information is also available. You go there and you read properly. That those are available in Hindi medium. And if a student who want to read class 10th physics, those student can also read there, because class 10th physics is also available there. You go in my video section and there Hindi medium videos are available in physics. Each and every student can read from there easily. Okay, student. And if any student want to need about the detailed information, so you also go in my this section and you go and you read and about the GK. So there are meaningful questions and meaningful answers, and you have to get advantage that you have to update your knowledge from those sections. Okay. So these are the informations, and I will explain the next concept in next class, and next concept, many concepts in next class, and then I will also solve some questions which are based on the circuits. Okay, student. Now, thank you for watching this live video. And also, if you are want to ask any information, so you write your information in comment section, and positively I will see, and after looking your comment, and then I will explain all the informations of your question in detail. Okay, student. So thank you for watching and understanding this live video. Okay, thank you. Jai Hind, Rana sir.